guys? Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Intern Show. I'm Logan, joined by Justin and Ashton, and this is our week 4 video.
Week 4, we made it 4 weeks.
Let's go.
I can't believe it's
Well, it's only our second week.
Haven't gotten canceled
4
yet.
weeks through football.
Yeah, we haven't been canceled yet. That's good.
Came close.
Double-digit subscribers now.
We're getting some.
No shit, really?
Some we don't know actually.
Have to start
Not
hiding.
just mom.
Gonna have to start hiding my face in public.
Let's not get carried away.
Alright, what do you guys want to start with this week, huh?
Start with some studs.
Ooh, studs and duds?
Studs and duds.
Studs.
Ashton, I heard you had a lot of studs this week. Who you got?
I got a few, yeah, but the one I really want to,
Yeah, hit us with it.
really want to talk on, I gave him some shit last week, but I like Giovanni Bernard this week for the Bengals. They got a matchup against the Falcons in which I think they will be in the game. I think they'll be in the game a lot with the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints just tore them up.
The Saints just tore them up, put up a lot of points on them. Gio Bernard is that pass-catching back, and something I saw earlier was that the Falcons last season led up the most receptions to running backs
Oh, really?
all season long, and they're on pace to do it again this year. On pace to do the same.
Probably didn't help that they had Christian McCaffrey and Kamara
In the
Ingram
division.
in the division, but still.
That is
all
true.
your ideal pass catchers.
Exactly.
Yeah, they let them do their thing, and I think they let Joe Mixon's backup do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Mixon's still out, so Gio Bernard is gonna get his points this week. Lock him in your lineup.
You know what's surprising to me? There's been like already 4 backs with 14 receptions.
In one game?
Yeah, Saquon, McCaffrey,
That's just the
Kamara.
way-
The game is changing.
The game is changing. You don't get
It's like multiple backs.
Thielen had 15 receptions.
Yeah.
you don't get a
Like,
workhorse
he's not
back that
necessarily a
gets
number 1.
25 carries. You got a guy who needs to catch it just like the
Right.
receivers.
Yeah, I think Le'Veon Bell kind of changed that.
Yeah, he's a pioneer of that.
Definitely. All right, Justin, who you got for your second week?
I'm gonna go with Sony Michel here. I think Sony Michel's time's coming. I think with the Pats taking him first round, he's definitely destined to do something here. Obviously Rex Burkhead going on IR, that's huge for him. I think I've seen talk of Sony Michel being the number 1 back there. Obviously James White's gonna be there, probably catching some passes. But I think with Josh Gordon coming over, obviously we haven't seen his debut yet. Hopefully it'll be this Sunday, but Edelman's coming back. I think the passing game's finally going to open up for the Patriots.
Dude, when they get Gordon and Edelman on the field, that's going to be a scary offense.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Josh Gordon's not good anymore. Josh
Dude,
Gordon
he
has
was
a problem.
He was
There's a
like,
lot of problems.
he was a Pro Bowler.
Oh, in what, 2014?
Drinking a glass of whiskey a whole glass of whiskey before every game. He was playing drunk on the
You
field.
say that like it's a
and he
good
put up
thing.
1,200 yards.
This dude left practice. They say, oh, he didn't want to be around Hard Knocks. No, they didn't have drugs at the facility.
Yo, but he hasn't.
Where was he? Why did the Browns let him
He
go?
hasn't tested positive on any.
He's going to
was-
the Patriots, so Patriots let him do anything.
We'll see.
Get on that TB12.
We'll
Patriots
see.
are all about winning. Hey, they need
No.
someone to step up though. This
Big
has been
Edelman guy. He's gonna get back out there with his best friend Tom Brady and get him some targets and some possession catches over the middle. But Josh Gordon is a non-factor. I don't think defenses will key him any harder than they will Cordell Patterson.
Oh, bro, you can't be comparing Josh Gordon to Cordell.
Why not? You compared him to who? Was it Randy Moss? Was that who it was?
I did.
No,
When he first came over, because Randy.
He might be somewhere in the
He's
middle
down
of
there.
Cordell Patterson and Randy Moss, but he's closer to the Cordell Patterson side.
I think
We'll
he'll right when he comes back, you gotta give him this. He'll at least like garner the attention. Like he'll at least be
I
like
think
a
Brady.
distraction on the field.
Oh, somebody
Yeah.
has to guard him? Yeah, that's,
No, but
that's
like-
everybody on the field.
I think he'll be good.
Do
Okay.
you think he'll get a lot of attention from Brady? More importantly,
I think so.
Fun fact, Tom Brady has the lowest QBR when throwing the ball 20 yards or more. So where's Josh Gordon going to go?
Dude, but they also don't have any deep threat targets on the field right now.
They had 2 of the fastest receivers in the league. And Philip Dorsett and Cordell Patterson.
Dorsett's not getting it done though.
Dorsett can't do shit.
He is trash, man. So is Josh Gordon.
Just 'cause you said this last week. Just because you're fast doesn't mean you're good at football.
That is
Right.
true.
Fast.
Josh Gordon is good at football.
Okay, we'll see.
Better than Dorsett at least.
We'll see.
He'll actually be a. They're missing Brandon Cooks.
They are missing Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
And the Rams.
Brandon Cooks is
The
looking
Rams are
good.
good.
Rams are
I think
looking
a lot of people were worried about Brandon Cooks going
They
there.
paid him for a
They
reason.
did, dude.
He's earning
Yeah.
every paycheck.
That
Definitely.
Cooks for Watkins swap was pretty decent, I think.
That's a top 3 receiving core in the league.
I agree.
Big
Yeah.
Cooper Cup guy, big Robert Woods guy,
I
go
love Robert
USC.
Woods, dude.
Yeah.
Robert Woods is fine.
Yeah, of course.
He's
I
so-
traded him away in our one league.
Yeah, I was-
Week he goes
I don't
off.
know why. I was gonna question that.
Yeah. It was rough.
All right, well, I'm gonna switch things up a bit with my stud. I'm gonna go with a quarterback, my guy,
Say it,
Joe
say it.
Flacco. dude.
Oh.
Joe Flacco for the
Oh, I knew it was
Ravens.
coming.
Last
He's
week
at-
it was
okay.
Trubisky. This week it's Joe Flacco.
I didn't say nothing about Trubisky last week. Y'all need to chill. Okay.
What was it? We can go rewind the tape.
All right. You won't see nothing about Trubisky.
Google YouTube.
Joe Flacco, he's averaging 18 a game. He had 15 last week against a tough Denver defense. This week, he's going up against this weak Steelers D, bro. They're ranked 30th against QBs right now.
Oh, man.
Giving up huge numbers. And I think this revamped wide receiver core has been playing pretty well for Joe Flacco. I know he ain't elite, but I think he's going to be a solid QB this week, especially if you're trying to find someone on the waivers.
I don't think that's too out there. You know, I really was against your Trubisky pick last week.
I did
But
not.
you know, Joe Flacco's playing scared. He's got the kid behind him, Lamar Jackson.
I know.
He has to keep that spot, so he's playing pretty well.
Definitely.
If
They
you
have a
if
good
you if you were
defense.
struggling like that at quarterback, you can play Joe Flacco.
Honestly, I think the Ravens are a decently solid team. They've got a good defense. You got 2 decent backs. You got solid wide receivers. Joe Flacco's slinging it.
Joe Flacco's slinging it.
Bet.
I'm gonna switch to the duds.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, so this week I'm thinking my dud, I'm confident, is going to be Keenan Allen. I just don't think he's getting it done. I think Mike Williams is taking over there. I think he's going to move into the number 1 throughout the season. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers here. Keenan Allen went from 8 receptions week 1, 6 week 2 to 3 last week. I know he got hurt, but that's the kind of declining graph I don't like to see.
Yeah, I mean, he was going up against a tough Rams defense, but...
So was Mike
No,
Williams.
Mike Williams has been putting up...
And Mike
right.
Williams went
No, Mike
his
Williams has been
touchdowns are
putting
just
up-
going up like this. He
No,
had
I
2
agree.
touchdowns last week. All of Mike Williams' touchdowns on the year have
They're
been
focusing on Keenan Allen.
in tight
Okay,
coverage
but do you think since Mike Williams has been improving, they're going to start paying more attention to him, then they'll freak Keenan Allen a bit?
I think it's
No.
gonna
Maybe
take
not.
time.
Maybe
It's
not
gonna
this
take
week, but
time.
maybe not. Yeah,
Keenan
I
Allen-
don't think it matters. I think Mike
Really?
Williams is such a freak of a wide receiver that it doesn't matter.
All of his
I feel that.
touchdowns have
Doesn't
been
matter.
with someone within 1 yard of him. I mean, the one last week was just all him. Got in the end zone that last touchdown he had. I mean, it was amazing.
That's wild.
And I think Keenan Allen's great. I just don't think he's
Yeah.
gonna be the guy.
And they're going up against San Francisco. It might be locked down by Richard Sherman.
He could be. They should put Richard Sherman on Mike Williams if they really want to do something. But
Like
Oh,
Keenan Allen
Richard
was?
Sherman is out for the week.
He's out for the
Oh,
Not
what?
Not out confirmed, but he is my fault. He's dealing with a calf injury that will last a couple weeks. Will be an issue to watch for a couple weeks. The Niners
That'd be
report.
I
tough.
feel like he said
He did not practice yesterday or today.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
yeah,
tough.
like
Today. Today's Thursday.
Yeah,
You
today's
guys
Thursday,
watch
by
it.
the way.
Wow, that's brutal. Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of injuries, though, Keenan Allen, he had that knee thing. He had that knee injury halfway through the game. I know that brought him out, brought down his numbers, but at the same time, if he's not even going to be 100% this week,
Yeah, dude.
I'm saying he's a dud.
He's actually listed with a knee injury and a tooth injury. So don't play some
Ah,
tooth injury.
Yeah,
You gotta watch
not like they don't
that
have
shit.
face masks on.
Bet.
What are you thinking now?
My dud of the week. My dud of the week this week is Fitz Magic, dude. Ryan Fitzpatrick, dude.
Whoa. I just picked him up in a league. Don't tell me that.
Dude, no. So I think Fitzpatrick, he's been doing really well, dude. He's the number 1 ranked QB right now,
No,
which
he's been
is
really
wild.
So yeah, prove us to why
He's averaging 33 points a game. But I don't think he's gonna keep this pace, dude. I think he's gonna start feeling that crab leg bandit breathing down his neck.
You're just scared.
People are already saying shit. He's been putting up huge numbers, but they're going up against a tougher defense, dude. Hold up.
I mean, Khalil Mack could be the defensive player of the year at this point.
No,
Is the
I think he
defensive
will,
player.
dude.
At the rate he's going, I mean, he's.
He could be league
I
MVP
agree.
at the rate he's going.
Yo,
I
and
don't know,
they're
the Bears are gonna
playing-
be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude, but they're also playing in Soldier Field, and the Bears play. They're a different team when they play at home, I think.
Khalil Mack's been doing it on the road though too. It's not just
True.
been home for him.
I agree, dude. But I think if that offense performs better too, that it'll be tough for them. Keep that defense off the field a bit. But yeah, I think he can still be like decent. but I think he's gonna come back down to earth. I don't think he can keep up his pace.
I think you can.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be.
I see him putting up like 10 to 15 points this week, which is a dud for him. How he's been playing.
I don't think he's gonna stay number 1 or even top 3. I think if he plays all year, let's say in a world where Jameis doesn't come back, I think he has potential to be top 5, but in the 4 to 5 range. I think people like Patrick Mahomes will pass
Really?
him. I think if
I don't
Matt
think
Ryan
he can
keeps
stay in
playing
the
like
top
this,
5.
I think he could. I think his receivers are looking great, and the running backs are not giving him much option but to throw.
I agree. I just don't believe in the Bucs, dude. They're just gonna be the same. As
I believe in the
dude.
Bucs from what I've seen.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I believe in the Bucks. I think the Bucks are. They're in a situation where they keep having to outscore teams because their defense is so bad.
All I'm
They're getting it
saying,
done. They're doing it.
yeah, all I'm saying is if you have another quarterback on your bench who's like decent, I'd start him over.
Does Jameis get his job back?
I think he does before the season's over.
Does Jameis get his job back?
I think so. I think this will be a big week.
I think it's
for
gonna
Bell.
take 3 or 4 weeks after his suspension's over. I think he's gonna come back. I think because I don't think Fitzpatrick's gonna keep it up.
I
I
like
think he's hot,
Fitzpatrick.
I mean, has Fitzpatrick really been seeing a lot of pressure in his first 3 games?
Yeah, they played.
They played
In
Philly.
their first 3 games, they played 3 teams that won their division last year.
Yeah, I mean New Orleans' defense is definitely not the same as it was last year because they've been letting up tons of points to everyone.
That's true.
And
They
Philly-
didn't let up points to the Bucks. The Bucks went and got their
No,
points.
you're right. I agree.
The Bucks
Sure.
cut them apart, and I
Yeah.
think the Bucks are going to get it done for the whole season.
I can see the Bears beating them at home.
I can see that.
Oh no way!
I do.
No way! I don't know. Can we wager on
They just did it.
on YouTube? What do you want to put on that one?
Hmm.
I go Bucks by a lot.
I
How
think
much is
Chicago
that?
can get it done, dude.
We'll see. We'll talk about it later. But yeah,
Who's favored? I don't even know what
I just remember watching them tear up Seattle. That was pretty convincing for me. A couple weeks ago, at home.
tearing up Seattle's not that hard. This
Yeah,
year,
but it's
though.
still Tampa Bay, dude. I just don't believe in them.
Oh my god! You know I'm a big Russell Wilson fan, and Seattle looks bad.
They look terrible.
Like it's sad. Like I
It's
thought
really
Rashad Penny was gonna come out and change that team around a little bit.
No.
Chris Carson, he did something
They
last
have
week,
no one on
but
yeah. I have Rashad Penny in 3 leagues. No longer on my roster in any of those.
the
leagues.
waiver now has him in 3 leagues.
Now
That's
has
what
him
it
in
is.
3 leagues. Now see, I necessarily do not have a dud for the week, but I think
Hot take.
people.
No one's gonna do
There are
that.
a lot of players.
Everyone's doing good this week.
I may have misworded
Ashton
that.
has no duds.
For the segment, I'm gonna straighten it out because I think people are on the wrong running back for the Patriots this week. I think this is a James White week.
So you mean you
Not
think
a
Justin's on the
Sunday.
wrong running back?
I think Justin is on the wrong running back. I think this is James White's day. It's not time for Sony Michel's coming out party. I think Sony Michel is a great running back, and the Patriots are always right. They took him in the first round for a reason. But yeah, I think this is James White. He's a pass catching back. This is going to be a game where the Patriots are either down because they're bad this year, or
Or
they
it's a
just
bounce
need
back game.
they need him on the field. They need him on the field until Edelman gets back.
So
I think James White outscores Sony Michel. I like that.
by how much? Because I think they could both do well. Honestly, last week
They could.
one of them
It's
had
possible.
13, the other one had 14.
It's
I
possible.
think if they both put those numbers up, that'd be decent for them. Honestly,
I really think
especially with Burkhead out,
with the coming
they're both going to
weeks,
see more touches.
I think the passing game is going to open up with Josh Gordon, especially Edelman in
Edelman.
2 weeks. But if we're going to focus on this week, I think this is Sony Michel's week to come out. Like I said, with Burkhead out and just be the runner. Like
And
I
do
agree-
what?
I
What?
agree.
Like Burkhead was doing nothing as the runner.
But I think with
And Sony
one
Michel
more-
is not necessarily
one more
proven
valuable pass catcher. Plus, you do have James White out there catching passes. Sony Michel can open up the run game a little bit.